feel sweet? Do you feel sweet? It's amazing. I have no skin and I feel everything. It's amazing. I feel good when you feel good. I knew I would. It's amazing. I've wanted this for so long. Now the deed has been done. We shall rise with the sun. Spend our time as one. Now there is no sin in anything. It's amazing. I hope you do too, 'cause I love everything. It's all amazing. I feel new. Do you feel new? I understand when they say we're born again, 'cause I've been born again. I'm born again. And it's amazing. It's the best thing. It's glorious. It's life-changing. This feeling is amazing. It's the best thing. It's glorious. It's life-changing. This feeling.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful Saturday evening. Welcome to everybody, whether you are a regular here or whether you are joining us fresh this evening. Okay, we've got loads in store for you this evening. My name's Shelley and I am the leadership lead for Red Rose Recovery, and we are here this evening in the capacity of the Lancashire User Forum. Okay, we've got quite a lot going on for you this evening, including some free giveaways. So make sure you've got a pen and paper at the ready because you are going to need them. Okay, just to run through who we've got in the room this evening on comments. Peter, give us a hi. That was a silent hi.
Hi, everybody.
Next up, we've got Michael Taylor Moore.
Hi, everybody.
We've got Brad in the house as well.
Good evening, everybody. It's nice to see you all.
Thank you for that, Brad. We've got the lovely Laura joining on us this evening as well.
Hi.
I believe there's some freebies coming our way. Is that right?
It is, yes.
Fantastic. I'll come straight back to you in a moment. We've got Michael Perry in the house as well.
Hi, everybody. Pleasure to be here.
We've got Glenn.
Hi, everybody.
And we've got Peter Yarwood in the house as well, just making sure that everything goes tip top. Okay, so first things first, come on, we all love a giveaway. Okay, so let's go over to Laura.
Hi.
I understand, Laura, that you've brought some pretty lovely, luxurious items for us. But before we go into what they are, could you just give us a little bit of background, a little bit of why it is that you wanted to be here and to contribute for the Lancashire User Forum this evening?
Okay, so I've actually got quite a lot within my family of addiction. Mostly I think it's my step uncle, I think. He's a recovered drug addict. He does a lot of work now for a lot of different places in Sheffield. His brother was also a drug addict, who's unfortunately he died. I can't remember how long ago now, but it was to do with drugs, basically. It's a big long story and it was in the news, but I won't go into that.
No, that's absolutely fine. But I think it's absolutely wonderful that you want to join us tonight and just give a little bit back. So with that in mind, would you mind telling us what we've got on offer?
Okay, so I have actually packaged them up, so just give me a second. Beautiful. So we have one package here.
Oh, that looks good. What's in that one?
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of, there's 4 different fragrances of wax melts, so for burners.
Fantastic.
The other one, just give me a second.
This is looking quite good for me here because as you well know, I love the smells.
All right, you just wait. This one is a little bit different.
Yeah.
You stay there. I apologise, Mum.
It's okay. Everybody has their moment, their 5 minutes of fame. This must be his.
This one's a little bit different. This one's got, oh, stop it. Some soaps and some bath bombs and shower steamer in.
Fantastic.
So these are the shower steamers. They go in a little pouch to go in the shower. Little bath bombs. There's 4 little ones in there. And then
Some bath bombs.
2 different soaps.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah.
And a little lip balm.
Yeah, a little bit
Fantastic.
more.
So to be in with a chance to win any of these
And a little
prizes,
lip.
guys, please make sure you've got your pen and paper ready. Laura, do you want to tell us how people can be in with a chance of winning?
Yeah, so with the guys that are on screen, there's 2, you've got to spot, or you've got to make a word, sorry, out of the letters. And once you've found them, made a word, sorry, if you can make a word out of the letters, text the word to Shelley. And her number is 0789 2717 928.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you very much indeed for that. And for anybody that is interested in contacting you and getting any of your produce, because I'm pretty sure that whoever wins it will be in touch. Do you want to just remind us how we can get in touch with you?
So the company is called Jollies & Co. We are on Facebook and Instagram, and my website's not quite ready yet. So the 2 people, the winners of the 2 hampers will have a leaflet in that has got all of that information on it anyway. Obviously, if anybody wants some information, just try and find us Jollies & Co on Facebook.
Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Just in case anybody did not manage to catch that phone number, please, you'll see I've put it here. I've put it as my name. Do please note it down, screenshot it. The number is 07892 717 928. Okay, so as I say, you need to be looking out for those letters throughout the evening. Right, first off, let's move over to Michael. Michael Taylor, I know that you've got your own experience. So I'm going to hand it over to you, my friend.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Thank you. It's a privilege to come on here tonight, speak on the LUF Lounge. I've been asked to come on this evening, just talk a little bit about myself. I grew up in a nice country village in the middle of Norfolk, in the middle of the cornfield, a good, respectable family. I come from a good home, single parent mum. But as I started to get a bit older, I started to notice that other children around me have like two parents. So I sort of asked my mum, who was my dad's mum? She used to say, "You're too young to understand." So I used to grow a little bit of resentment. I used to play up at school. I was quite a good kid. I went to school every day and did the right things. And things just got hard. One day, I asked again what happened, and my mum just got a bit funny with me. She said, if you don't like it, you know, you can pack your bags and go. And I was only 13 at the time. So me being stubborn at the time, I went upstairs and packed my bags and come out the bath to find a knock at the door, and I got to go away. I was took to my grandparents, which I stayed till about 15 years old, and grew up on a fairground when I was young. Outside of school, I hung around the fairground with kids older than me, getting involved in things I shouldn't be really getting involved in. It wasn't long that I started smoking, like a little bit of cannabis with the older lads, drinking, acting a fool. And things took a turn for the worse, and I actually left home at 15, moved away just before my GCSEs. I don't know what I was doing in my life. I just ended up moving away to London and then up north here to Lancashire. My mum came to find me by the time I was 18 years old to tell me, "You're old enough now, you're a parent. You can know about your father." She sat me down one day and told me that I was the outcome of her being raped at 13. It wasn't what I expected her to say. It totally changed my life instantly. I didn't know how to handle that feeling inside. And I started to use amphetamines. I didn't just take amphetamines like everybody else that was around me. I put everything into a syringe and started injecting myself. I was 17, 18 years old, and my habit took off sky high. I didn't understand anything about habit addiction. I didn't really have anybody to turn to. So I was taking amphetamines for nearly 18 years. And then later on in life, heroin and crack cocaine came in. Nothing could stop me. Everyone kept asking me to stop. I was out of control. Nothing stopped me from using. I put everything into a needle and I took count of myself. I've died quite a few times on overdoses, and it still didn't stop me. I got to the point where my children were growing up a little bit, and I still couldn't stop for them. I couldn't stop for the things I loved. And I cried out for help. I didn't know where to go or what to do. Eventually, I was going in and out of jail for shoplifting and doing things I shouldn't do to pay for my habits. I was in and out of jail quite a few times. And one day they turned around and decided that I wasn't breaking the circles that I was going around in. So please, could I, go to rehab in London? I got escorted from Norwich Prison Gate in 2017 to a Christian rehab in London. I did a 12-step program there in London, completed the 8 steps, and did a bit of voluntary work for them. And it wasn't long before I went back onto the streets, became homeless again. Same scenario happened, and I became mixed up with the wrong people. I didn't understand anything about what my illness was. My illness for me was my spiritual malady. I suffered with a feeling inside that I could never release. And the only way for me to fix that was to go out, pick up a drug or drink and feel better. So eventually I went for a 12-step program when I came to Preston, and I did the 12 steps of recovery, which really helped. I found out what my illness was all about, and I was able to complete the 12 steps of recovery, which really helped me turn my life around. On completion of the 12 steps of recovery, I I met people through Red Rose Recovery in Preston, and my life began to take off. I no longer suffered with a bad spiritual malady. I'd let it go from the past and move forward in my life. In recovery and this leadership program that I entered into, I began to feel confidence in life. People in the course started to believe in me and started to cheer me up and cheer me on and say you can believe in yourself. And they gave me the confidence to build myself in a life here in Preston. I began to let go of the past and move forward. Things really took a big change for me. Within this, within the recovery program here in Preston, I was given a buddy partner called Michael. He's on here tonight. He's been nothing but a really big support in my life. He phones me every week, asks me how I'm doing, how am I getting on. I no longer start to feel like I was alone anymore. I had people around me that supported me. I came through supported housing also in Preston, which helped me like build confidence up in my friends and people around me. The leadership program was able to teach me a little bit more about myself. I was able to learn about my boundaries, about relationships with people, building confidence, just the little things that I've forgotten that I'd already known. It's able to put me back together and help me build a good future. So today, you know, I stand here in Preston, I'm doing really well, and I've got people around me to thank me. I get a bit tongue-tied because it's my first time speaking in a while, but it's okay. You know, I was just asked today to share a little bit about myself. So the past is where I'm going to leave it. Today I'm working really hard to give what I've got back to people that I love. And if I can help people today change their lives to make a good future for themselves, I will. I'm now a volunteer for Red Rose Recovery, helping other people change their lives around. And if I can do that for others, that's where my life begins. So I don't know how long I've got to talk for tonight, but I'd just like to thank everybody for listening to me. And, you know, there's love and hope out there for everybody. The confidence that the leadership program has given me is phenomenal. I've got support from my lead manager, Michael, my buddy partner, people from COTS, which I go to every Tuesday. Well, things are turning around for the better here, and it's all thanks to a bit of dedication and effort. I still have my program through the 12 steps, which I do every day. I wake up in the mornings and pray. I get on my knees. I do my gratitude list every morning. I phone two newcomers, and I also do this extra pieces as well, volunteer and give a little back to the communities. You know, my life today has changed phenomenally thanks to putting a little bit of effort in. So if anybody, you know, needs any support or any help, get stuck in, get yourself motivated and put yourself through a bit of leadership program, and the confidence will come out of you bubbling. It's absolutely amazing. My power in my life today is I've built my life on the cornerstone, and I'm standing there proud today because I put a little bit of effort in, and the people around me and on these programs have supported me all the way. I don't have to worry anymore if I make mistakes, so if I mumble when I speak, you know, things are great, and I've got all these people around me today to thank me for that. You know, I don't have to worry anymore about what I've been through in life. It's the person that I am today and what I do with it that counts. And you know, I've got these people to thank you for that. Thank myself for that.
Oh, well done, Michael. Thank you so much for sharing. It is absolutely heartwarming to see how far you've come. And I know it's never easy sharing personal experiences as you just have, but I'm pretty sure that there are people watching that can relate, maybe not from an addiction or recovery perspective, but maybe they've been infected. Maybe they've been impacted by somebody else in their lives that's gone through something similar. So I think you really are a credit to yourself, and I am so proud to work with you. So yeah, it's been brilliant working with you over these last couple of months. In terms of the leadership program, I know that you've been paired up specifically with a mentor, haven't you?
I have. Very good one.
Fantastic. Well, he is here with us this evening, I believe. I like to call them M&Ms, the two Michaels. Would you mind just giving me a little bit of an insight as to what sort of benefit you've had from being on the leadership program, and having a mentor there to support you?
Michael's been absolutely fantastic. He calls me up, asks me if is there anything he can do for me, how have I found the program, what has the program done for me, and he asks if there's any support that he can additionally give me. He says he's always there for a chat, always there for support. If I don't quite understand something, I'll complain him up, and he will explain it to me in a way that really helps. You know, he's been a very good mentor, support, a very nice, calm, caring person who's just been there since the start. Halfway through the leadership program, we always took over to the lounge where he has a little chat with me, asks me how I'm doing, how I'm always doing. You know, he'll phone me up and just be there for me, which is absolutely fantastic. Help me build my confidence and give me a bit of strength.
You deserve it, 100%. Yeah, I'm, as I say, I'm absolutely flabbergasted with the difference that I've seen. That first time I met you, you were so meek and so quiet, and you've started to come out of yourself. And I know you mentioned just before about the mumbling. Actually, that started to improve quite significantly as well. So I think now you've found that belief in yourself, and you found that other people do believe in you. Keep it going, because what you're doing is working for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Before we come over to Michael, Peter, are you there? Can we do a little bit of a comments check-in?
Yeah, absolutely. Firstly, Michael, I just want to, congratulate you on sharing your story there, your experience, strength, and hope. You've got a lot of love coming in from the viewers tonight, mate. The amount of love hearts flying around this screen is absolutely amazing for you. You're a top lad, Liam Whittle. Why would a mother do that? Do your job and protect. Power share from Wiggy Lloyd. You're doing great. You're doing an absolutely fantastic job. The leadership course taught me a lot, and also provided me with a lot of revision on things I'd forgotten about. And I'm currently doing the leadership program myself, and I'm getting a lot from it, guys. It's really good. Boundary training, confidence building, problem solving. It's absolutely fantastic. The course that these guys are putting on through Red Rose Recovery is amazing. And as I mentioned, Red Rose Recovery, guys, don't forget, if you're struggling or know somebody that is, www.redroserecovery.org.uk. Refer somebody in, refer yourself in, come and get some support. We'll pick you up. But Michael, thank you so much for that share. It was absolutely fantastic. You've got so much love coming out of the LUF right now. Let's keep this going, guys. It's fantastic. Like and share. Let's get more people involved. Thanks, Shelley.
Brilliant. Thank you for that, Peter. Let's go over to Michael Perry now and get an insight to the life of the mentor. So I understand, Michael, you've come on board as part of civil service because there's quite a few people. Can you give us a little bit of an insight as to why you wanted to come on board specifically, and what have you got out of it? Why are you here?
Oh, well, yeah, much appreciated, Shelley. Just first of all, apologise about the light. And I've done my best, but I'm just pleased to be here. So why did I do it? It's a number of things, everybody in life needs help from people. I always used to be the worst for that. I used to be very stubborn and just try and get through things by myself. And because of that, I ended up homeless twice. So, you've got to learn to, and it wasn't never for long. So, but it was a good learning experience. But, you can't rely on just yourself. The old saying, no man's an island. You do need help from other people. And ever since then, life's been so much better, so it was always happy to give back, but not just from that, just through the different jobs I've done. I used to work in adult education, and as part of that, we used to get a lot of people referred who used to be, ex-convicts, ex-addicts and stuff. And I found it was really rewarding just working with them, just helping them, see them grow. You could see a lot of them had problems with learning, maybe they didn't have a good time at school. So just by helping them once they managed to get a qualification, maths or English, even if it was basic, they were always sort of very, pleased. It just made such a big difference to them. So, just things like that. So when I heard about the Red Rose Leadership Program, I thought, what's the worst that can happen? If I can help someone, that's a bonus. If I don't, at least I've tried. But, hearing back from Michael, it's been amazing, you know, working with Mike. In all honesty, it's not just been me helping him; it's been a two-way street in many ways. You know, I've picked up things from him. He's so organised now in his daily life. You know, it kind of reminded me that maybe I needed to sort of get more organised. You know, if I've got something to do the next day, I'll just think I'll do it. I won't plan anything. But you know, it's inspired me from that. And you know, attending all the courses, the Red Road leadership courses, they've been good as well. So, you know, you think, well, I've already know all this stuff, but it's just like Peter was saying, it was really good to go over again, you know, and it's really refreshing. And, you know, it's just helps reinforce everything, you know, you just can't lose as such, in my opinion. But it's been excellent working, you know, with yourself, all the other people with Red Rose, and especially Michael. It's actually been a very pleasant surprise. A lot more rewarding than I expected. I didn't actually, expect anything from it. I was always trying to keep the expectations low, and then if I get anything out of it, then it's a bonus. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a real inspiration.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Michael. I think one of the key pieces of feedback that I do get on a regular basis, and I've continued to get for the last 18 months, 2 years, is that actually the friendships and the relationships that build up throughout, I don't expect that everybody will have a perfect pairing, but on the whole, it appears that they've made some very, very strong contacts. And I know that Glenn, you're still very much in touch with your mentor. So I think the thing that interested me here is how you were saying that you've actually learned things from Michael yourself.
Yeah, without doubt.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant that you can relate.
Because it's not just that, he's worked so hard as well that he's kind of inspires you to maybe do a bit more. You know, maybe I've been sitting back and being a bit cozy in my own life. So, you know, it's even inspired us in that respect. So, you know, much appreciated, Michael.
Oh, there you go, Michael.
Thank you.
Just what we need. You are that motivation that we've been training about. Really proud. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you for that. So, Peter, what's the news on the doors?
News on the doors are, right, we've got Stevie B asking, how do people join the leadership course? Shelley, do you want to answer that really quick?
Absolutely. Leadership courses, they're available for people that are working with Red Rose Recovery. If you're not already a member, then you can do simply by going to the webpage and go to become a member. You do not have to be an addict or in recovery to join. If you want to come on board, please feel free. If you are in a position whereby you would like to mentor somebody, then please, please, please contact me on this number, because I am crying out for more mentors. We have got so many things that are coming on board. We have a 12-week program where it's a weekly session every Friday. We also have some faster ones, a compact ones. So if you need a short, sharp shock, maybe a distraction, then we've got those being rolled out as well. We're also, to accompany those, we're also rocking punctuation, spelling, grammar, personal leadership. I'm having to look at my notes because there's so many of them. We've got sharpening the mindset. We've got pensions. Come on, guys, everybody needs a pension. You might not have considered it, but actually, definitely. And brainstorming and problem solving are two of the key ones that I strongly recommend. So if you're not involved and you want to be, just give us a shout. You've got numbers here. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Shelley. Also, there is people there asking about Willie's book. Obviously, guys, get onto the website, www.redroserecovery.org.uk. We've got a shop. Get onto the shop. You can buy Willie's book on there. You know, who else? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, there's still loads of love coming through for our sharers. Okay, mate. Love Willie. Respect goes out to you. Loads of respect from Willie for you there, Michael. Pete Yarwood, we're all in this together. It's better to be united in our experience than isolated in our trauma. That is massive. Isolation is something that we do on a regular basis when we're in addiction. We isolate ourselves, from life, from love, from feelings, and we run away to try to escape all the problems in our lives. But by joining on with Red Rose Recovery and becoming a member, you don't have to run anymore. we'll love you till you can love yourself. We've got a family there of people that want to give out some love, respect, and also nurture you. Do you know what I mean? And do things like the leadership program. It's massive. There's loads of stuff on there. Like Shelley was just saying, you know, there's so much stuff there for empowering people, for building people's confidence back up, you know. And guys, they're an absolute credit to everybody, you know. So just get involved, guys. Get involved. Thanks, Shelley.
Thank you very much, Peter. So looking at it's great to get the feedback from yourself, Peter, and Michael for people that are on the course. But Brad, I'm going to come into you now, if you don't mind, because you finished the leadership course, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I finished last year, yeah, when I was in second stage treatment.
Okay, so can we just rewind slightly? When you were first told about the leadership program, what was your expectations? What did you expect to find?
If I'm being totally honest, at that actual time, I didn't actually know, but I was just willing to learn and to pick up new skills. I just wanted to get involved.
Okay.
You know,
did you benefit from having a mentor?
Absolutely, yeah, massively. You know, so same with what Michael said. You know, I used to speak to him on a weekly basis, and you know, so towards the end of it, I remember there were an interview that they did at the end of it. So, you know, and he helped me massively with that. We just like helping me to create a CV, something that I've never had in my life. You know, not a professional one anyway, let's say, and just little things like that. And you know, they throw you little ideas and certain roads that you can go down. And you know, if there's anything that you were stuck with or troubled with, and you know, that's what they're there for. So they weren't just there for the sake of the leadership program. That you know, you could use them as I don't know, some people have got sponsors, some people have got, you know, so you could ring them up on more or less on any sort of basis and say, listen, this is what's going on for me, have you got any ideas? You know, so it helped a lot. Yeah.
Brilliant. I know that obviously you've come out of it. Was there any key part of it that that has been really influential for you?
Yeah, so for myself, I think it's already been picked up on. It's like it's stuff that you already know, but once you've gone through it and it kind of clicks into place like a slot machine. And so for me, it were boundaries. You know, setting yourself boundaries. Just in life, and you know, as you're living, you know, my confidence as well. I wouldn't have been able to sit here and speak on a platform confidently and openly in the past, you know. So just little things like that. Yeah, I got a lot from it, and today I still apply it to my life.
Brilliant. Well, obviously it's gone a little bit further for you as well, hasn't it? Because of the skills that you did demonstrate throughout the leadership. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how it's helped you outside in your normal day-to-day life?
Yeah, so you know, so for me out day-to-day life, it's again just setting myself boundaries within my relationship that I'm currently in. My confidence, like I said, being able to sit here and be able to speak to you guys today without having all that inside me, that anxiety, all them feelings, and a feeling of not being judged because people don't judge me today. You know, there's quite a lot that I could speak about. Yeah,
that's absolutely brilliant. Have you had any feedback from the people that you are close to, like your family and friends, about have they seen much of a difference in?
Yeah, they've seen a massive change in me. So, you know, I've come into recovery quite a few times in my life, and I've never really threw myself into it all. You know, but over the past, you know, 14 to 16 months, I've thrown myself into everything I can get my hands on. You know, and they have seen a change in me, yeah. And, you know, but they're still quite hesitant as well because, you know, they've seen it all and they've heard it all before. So it's all about building trust in it.
Yeah.
you know,
Absolutely.
so they have seen a difference and they have said it to me, but they're still quite, does that make sense?
Bit resistant.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
and then it comes down to trust, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, again, you are another example of a credit to yourself, because what you've been through, what each of you have been through, is not easy. And I'm not going to insult you by pretending I can relate, because I can't. But I do know how hard it is when you've got a large challenge ahead. I know that I have got a lot of weight to lose, but actually I sit and look at the exercise bike every day and think, put it off till tomorrow. I'll put it off till tomorrow. And if I'm doing that, I can't imagine how difficult it is that you guys have grabbed life by the horns and not only run with it, but do you know what I mean? You're doing yourselves proud. You're doing me proud. You're doing your mentors proud.
Yeah, we're in it together, aren't we? You know,
Absolutely.
we can't do it on our own. And, you know, and when there's a unity and we're together, there's power in that.
Absolutely.
No, so that's why we need to wrap ourselves around one another. And you know, that's how it works. It's connection, isn't it? It starts with that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. So obviously from the leadership program, I know that you're now getting involved in the other side of leadership.
Yeah.
Do you want to give me a little bit of background as to how that's come about and what it is that you're doing now?
Yeah, so through going through the leadership program, you know, it's opened up quite a few avenues for me. So, you know, I've wanted to give back, you know, so I've started to get involved with Red Rose Recovery a little bit more. And and I'm actually training myself at the minute through yourself, Shelley, of how to facilitate certain leadership programs. And the one that I've took most liking to is sharpening the mindset. And you know, so I'm going through that quite a lot, learning it and things like that. And that'll be on a Thursday at 2 o'clock. I think it's Thursday at 2 o'clock. Is it Tuesdays? Thursdays at 10. So the times, it was 2 o'clock, it's at 10 o'clock now. So that'll be every Thursday at 10 o'clock. You know, it's opened up some good opportunities. It really has, and the positive ones as well. You know, it's encouraging.
Fantastic. Really, really pleased to have you on board. And as I say, the fact that you're now creating training and you're running with it. Do you want to just give us a little taster, just a couple of words? What is sharpening the mindset? What's it all about?
Yeah, so it's about well, it says it in the heading, sharpening your mindset, you know, and it's just basically giving you tools on how to be able to just sharpening the mindset. I can't really explain it all in a couple of words, if I'm being honest, but it's just about sharpening yourselves.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And do you know what? I think it's brilliant that you've got so much out of the leadership that you now want to be part of delivering it and helping it grow as a product as well, because it's not the same product that it was when we first started. So Peter and Michael, you're going to get an even better journey. Buckle up, boys.
Yeah,
So,
just on the journey there. Sorry to butt in, but I need to get some of these comments out, Shelley, because there's gallons of them flying in. Firstly, there's only limited copies of Willie McLean's book, guys. So get onto that web shop on Red Rose Recovery and get that book bought. Don't forget, all the money goes back into charitable organisations as well. So it's a fantastic turnaround of the money. Brad, personal note from me, I think you're doing amazing, mate. Your confidence is through the roof at the minute. You're absolutely doing great. You're smashing it. Along with Pete Yarwood, you're doing amazing. Stevie B, people will always judge you. New confidence allows you not to be affected by it. Love and respect, bro. Leanne Moore can really relate and honestly can't say it enough. The leadership is incredible. My family and friends have seen a massive difference in me, and I feel like I'm myself again. And I'm only a few weeks into the program. Progress is incredible. I'm beginning to feel, click on that, beginning to feel proud of myself. That's massive. That's massive. And
Amazing. That's what we want to hear.
A lot of respect going out to Leanne, because I've been fortunate enough to be alongside her to watch her growth and her journey, and she is doing fantastic. She is coming in your ears, guys, soon on the groups with Red Rose Recovery. She started to assist me. Adrian Lachlan, trust takes time, Brad. Every day we'll improve. We'll build. Every day you improve, we'll build on that. Sounds like you're doing incredibly well. Keep it up. You'll get there. Well done. Christopher Blenkhorn helped me sorting things out that I've been hiding from. Gave me the confidence to pick up the phone and get on with stuff that I thought I couldn't do. Yeah, man. Like I said to you before, I'm currently on the leadership program, and it is building confidence. It is problem solving. You know what I mean? And like Brad was just saying, and it does do sharpening the mindset, you know, and it gets you tuned into things that you should be doing and processes behind them. You know, it's really, really, really good. And if you want to get involved, just get involved with Red Rose Recovery, guys. You know, also, I do want to mention that this competition, guys, there is something which you need to be looking at in our screens. We've hidden some letters around. It is an anagram, so they are all jumbled up. You do have to move them around to be able to get the word that we've put out there. Once you've got the word, text it to Shelley's number, the number that's on the screen with Shelley. She will be. And are you announcing the winner? Sorry, Shelley.
Yes, we're going to announce the winner at 6:55. So just to make sure that people are aware, if you are watching this on a recorded version, please do not enter. Yes, it'll be lovely to hear from you, but you will have missed out.
Yeah, so that's it from me, Shelley. Thanks very much, guys. Just keep doing it. Keep logging on. And don't forget, if you know someone that's struggling, or if you're struggling yourself, reach out. Like we were saying a minute ago in the leadership, it gave somebody the confidence to pick that phone up. That's all you need to do. Pick the phone up, reach out. Connection. The opposite of addiction is connection. So get connecting, guys, with your peer support groups. And, you know, life will improve. Thank you.
I feel like we need a little bit of wet in the background. All I need is a little help from my friends. Maybe that should be the theme tune going forward. Right. So, Glenn, are you still about?
I'm here.
Hello. So you are, for want of a better term, you're one of our veterans of the leadership program, because you completed it, what, a year ago now?
Yeah, it's going to be coming up. It's going to be coming up to that, definitely. Yeah.
Fantastic. Do you want to give us? I'll just do a very quick reminder that every screen has got letters in it, so do look around. Not that you're looking for 11 letters. Do you want to give us a little bit of an overview as to how it came about? Because I know that we worked together in a slightly different capacity, didn't we then?
Yeah, so I'll just start by saying, about as in the leadership, about being a veteran, but I don't know if I like the word veteran, because I'm not that old, so, but yeah, so the way it come about, I remember the leadership when there was Red Rose and LUF, which started to build it and started thinking about the concept in respect of people's development and people moving on. And when I say moving on, as in from the recovery, and when I say recovery, I don't just mean drugs and alcohol. It could be mental health, housing, recovery in that broad term. And I was part of them discussions around how that was going to be delivered and part of them conversations. And I remember meeting Shelley in Inspire, and she was with Hazel from the cabinet office, and it was quite a strange meeting at the time, because obviously we were sat in a room and we had civil servants, HMRC, cabinet office, Red Rose Recovery, and the way that I felt at that present time was it was around it was like a power imbalance, and I was like, there was all little me sat in a corner, and I was sat in this room, and I met that's when I met Shelley. And when the leadership started to get implemented in the delivery, and we started delivering it, and it was at Harris Museum in Preston, and I remember that people was coming up from all over Lancashire, so from the east, from the north, and from central, and there was coming to about the further development. And what we said was at the time was around people's moving on and potentially doing some bank work with Red Rose Recovery and getting people involved and volunteering. So for me, it was a case of I got the concept because from a lot of people know me from my past, coming through the criminal justice system, and obviously having an addiction problem many years ago, and it was around when I managed to get to that point and I was doing well. I couldn't get that next step, and I couldn't get employment because of my CV, because of my DBS and things like that. So for me, I grasped it. So I remember going to Harris Museum with one of my colleagues, and everyone started getting a mentor, and I thought, well, I need a mentor. I thought I've got skills that I need to learn. But at that time, when I did that, like I said, it was a power imbalance, because and this was my stuff. This wasn't anyone else's stuff. It made me feel less than. It made me feel less than because it was like asking for somebody for help that I couldn't do, and it was always, and it fed into my past, into the respect that it was like, if I asked for support in doing something, that made me feel less than, and it was a case of, so I never did it. But because when this leadership program got implemented in the delivery, it was a case of I was at a better place in my life, so I didn't mind asking for that help and that support. And it's still now, I still get it, and it in that respect where it's a confidence thing. So I asked Shelley. I said, Shelley, will you be my mentor? Because if anybody knows me and if anybody knows Shelley, we're quite polar opposites in our skill set, in respect that I knew that there was a lot of things that Shelley could offer in respect to supporting me in my development, and that I didn't have myself. And so what I did is I went over to her and I asked Shelley and said, will you be my mentor? I was already a staff member at this point, and I must stress that, because it doesn't matter where you're at in your life, whether you're accessing the service support, whether you're volunteering, whether you're a staff member, it doesn't matter. We can all develop in different ways, and we've all got different skill sets. And the reason that I touch on that is that, so I knew that there was things in my role that I was delivering that I could be better at. And I've always got the mindset of that we'll never get to where we can't develop or we can't be better at what we can do. So we arranged a mentoring program, and I started the leadership, but on the outside of that, in our own time, Shelley gladly said, we'll do it, and she'll be my mentor, and one of my other colleagues. So every Friday we tipped up to Inspire before work, and she started learning us about different elements of stuff that we didn't know about. And the main thing that stuck out for me at that point at the time, and this wasn't from the program, this was just from the mentoring side of it, was she started teaching us about intrinsic and extrinsic values. And I thought, them words 2 years ago I'd never heard of. I didn't. So if you'd have asked me what they meant, I'd have had to get a dictionary to look it up. And when she talked about it, it was about internal reward and external reward, and about having the balance around what you're doing. So at that time, I come into this role and into this sector because it wasn't about financial reward or about what external. It was all about what it gave me, supporting me and my well-being, and supporting others along the way, and that gave me enough reward to be able to carry on doing that. And then when I was learning about it, and what Shelley learned me was, it was around finding the balance between the two. So and what I mean by that is that if I'd have gone the other way and I was doing it for financial gain, then that would have had a negative impact as well, because obviously you're doing it for the wrong reasons and you're in this sector about supporting people. So obviously I've got to pay my bills, I've got a family, I've got people to support. So it was about finding the balance between the two, and it stuck out at me because I think at the time it was one way, and I was doing it all for my reward in respect of internally. and I was getting a lot from it, and I was stuff like that. But I also needed to look after my well-being, and that's when I started looking at it from a professional aspect, and it was between the two, and I managed to get to that point. So the leadership itself, I come at it from a bit of a different angle, because I've done it and I've also delivered it. So I've had the both aspects of it, of working with Shelley and being able to implementing and seeing that what people get from it. And it's been a privilege to see people come through it, and actually be on a weekly basis, and it's just people shine in their own right. So Shelley wasn't working for Red Rose at the time, she was working for the HMRC as a civil service. So I was doing it from the Red Rose perspective with a few of my colleagues, and Shelley was doing it from the HMRC side. And I remember her saying, oh, I'd love to do more of this. And I remember us going out doing some volunteer work in the community, helping the homeless and stuff like that. And the reason that I touched on the intrinsic and extrinsic, what I learned from leadership, is that what I've seen from Shelley is that when she was going out into the community and she was giving back and she was supporting people, that she actually got a lot of internal reward from it. And you could see it with a smile on her face. And I just think that the beauty of this program is that it's not just a 12-week program, and I know that it's evolved since then. It's evolved in its respect of doing it shorter courses, and like Shelley said, a short. But the mentoring side of it can continue, and what I mean by that is that I did that course, and I did it for 12. I did it for 12 weeks. I did the intermediate, the advanced, the foundation, and then I still, to this day, and I think it was 2 years ago when I met Shelley, I still continue on a weekly basis to tip up on a Friday and receive mentoring, and I identify things that I'm not good at, or stuff that I could be better at, and I said, Shelley, she might turn around and say, no, that's not my skill set. Well, that's all right. That's all right. We've all got different skill sets. So a big part of what I wanted to learn at is I was IT savvy, but not to the extent where it was supporting me in my role, in respect to I could have been a lot better. So a lot of that was, if you'd have said about a spreadsheet or Excel 12 months ago, I'd have probably left, because it would have given me fear. But like I said, I tip up on a Friday. Shelley's gladly supported me in that, to the extent where now I know about formulas, spreadsheets, and I'm quite a bit of a wizard, and I'm quite proud to say that, because at one point I wasn't. And this is, like I said, it feeds into a bit of my stuff. I thought that it was all about me teching, and I felt bad for that, because it was all Shelley giving me the mentoring, giving back, because it was a skill set that she had and that I never. But what I found is, since that Shelley's come back on the started to be a staff member with Red Rose, is that I've got my own skill set as well, and that I can support others in that. And the stuff that Shelley's learnt me, I can then give that to other people, and I can give that away. But what I'm saying is, it's a two-way thing. We learn from each other, and there's been stuff where Shelley's not got the skill set that I've got, where I've been able to support her. And obviously, so what we've done now is we've flipped it on its head, and what we've done is it's a two-way mentoring thing. And what we both do is, she'll identify something that I might be good at and she might not be, or she could get better at, and I'll support her in that. Or I'll identify something, and that's the way we've done it. And I'll continue to do that as well, as long as Shelley's willing to do that. And the point that I'm trying to make is that it's relational. It's relational, and the fact that I class Shelley as a friend, a colleague, a mentor, all three, and all the way through it for the 2 years, she's been there to support me, and I will be there to support her, because and I think it's when we get to that point where we think we've got it sussed and we've got it all going on and we've got it cracked, that I think that we'll never be at that stage. We can always be better at what we can do. If you're good at something, you can be even better, and you can be even better. And the fact that I'm proud to be on here tonight, to support the leadership, but also to support Shelley, because it's this world was a different. And I messaged her while she was talking while she was talking, saying that I'm proud how far you've come in this environment, because I think if she'd own it, that she was quite anxious about coming into this sort of environment in this world, because it was a different environment that she'd come from. And it's like, I'll say again, we've all got different skill sets, and that's all right. And if you said to me now, go and write a book, I'm not going to be any good at it, because that's not my skill set. That's all right. But I know that I have got, so it's not about feeling less than. It's about knowing what you're good at, and people valuing that. And I value Shelley's skill set, and I hope that she values mine. So yeah, I don't want to waffle on all night, but my point being is about, it's not about recovery. It's about your development in whatever aspect that you can think of, whether that be recovery, mental health, progression as an employment, just to get you engaged in connection, whatever that may be. But what I will say is that you will benefit from it in whatever aspect. And even if Shelley wasn't part of Red Rose now, I would still have that mentoring, and I would still continue to receive that, because one, it's about that different skill set and learning, and two, it's about having that relationship with Shelley, where I can tip up on a Friday. It's a different conversation, and this is not just in a work context. I speak to Shelley on a night, a weekend. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll stop waffling on and going on, because I know that I can rabbit on a bit, and I hope that it's made a lot of sense. So
it's
yeah.
all quality stuff, Glenn. It's all quality stuff, and I thank you, because I'm only a human being, and I think I got involved from a civil service perspective, very much like Michael has, in that I just wanted to do something more, something for someone else. I had been somewhat institutionalized with 24 years in the civil service, and thank you for putting up with me, civil service. Thank you, because that must have been a hard job. But I was ready for something new. So I only came over to Red Rose about 2 months ago, and that has been a steep learning curve for me. I was very regimented. I think I was used to being part of the system, and I got so much value from working with you guys that I was able to identify some of the gaps. And I'm hoping that together we're a much stronger unit, because I tell you what, every single day, Glenn, I'm learning something from you. And Michael and Brad, you've come on board as part of my training, part of my leadership team. And I thank you every single day, because I am learning faster than you know, guys. Really am. Peter, how are we doing on the comments?
Yeah, we've got Liam Whittle throwing one out there saying development is recovery, brother, and you're a top guy, Glenn. Thank you for all your help. Great listening to you, Judith, Wilbraham. We all need support from time to time, and that is very true. You know, we all need support. We might think we know what we're doing and we've got it going on, but sometimes we do need to reach out and get that support. Willie McBlain, you're brill, Glenn. You support so many people, which is amazing. Thank you. Oh, while I've got it, Shelley, could you flip the screen back to gallery view? Guys, can we all hold our letters up, because there's some people taking this competition far too seriously, and Glenn was saying they can't see your letters, so we just want to give everyone that opportunity. Here's the letters, guys. Don't forget, it's an anagram, so you've got to jumble them about to get the right words. And Shelley's is a polo mint. Okay, so on that, I just want to jump in there, Shelley, if that's all right, and talk about my mentor.
Yeah.
My mentor, I'm not going to name her because she's not on the group, and I'm not sure whether we're allowed to do that, but she is an absolute legend. You know, I came out of recovery in January. It's been a rocky road. It's been hard. You know, there's been ups, there's been downs, but we know we're being consistent. And by doing these things that are being put on by Red Rose Recovery and the LUF, being able to go onto these training courses, it's giving me more empowerment. It's teaching me. I thought I didn't need to know anything because I've got my own little stuff going on. I've run my own company and things like that. But I rung my mentor. I nearly said her name then. I rung my mentor one day because I've got, like, with being an ex-addict, a recovering addict, my mind runs at 1,000,001 miles an hour. And to all the people that are, you know, listening, they'll get some understanding about what I mean about our minds. They just go wild. So I've got all these ideas running around my mind. So I rings this lady up and we're on the phone for an hour. She just gave up an hour of her time, bang, like that, talking about different things that I wanted to do with my company, because I want to make a part of it into an enterprising company, to be able to take people from institutions and prisons and start to re-skill them, re-enable them, you know, teach them, get them involved in recovery, get them involved in group settings with Red Rose Recovery, you know, give them a job, give them some self-worth. We bang the drum too much about people in addiction and recovery. They get isolated and you know, and it's like a punishment. They need punishing because, you know, the bad people, actually it's the complete opposite. They need love, they need nurturing, they need care. Yeah, because these people, we don't have that. And when you give somebody that, it makes them really look at themselves and think, actually, I've got a lot of good skills there. You know what I mean? And I've got a lot of things that I can bring to the party. You know, I can bring so much to the table. Because, you know, and that's the thing about recovery is we find these people, these guardian angels basically, who just give us that affirmation, you know, and that courage to be able to pick up the phone, speak to people, to be able to get some identification with things, to be able to get some confidence and some self-belief, to be able to be not have wind blown up your bottom. You know what I mean? It's not nothing like that. It is literally affirmation. If you do well in something, in a choice topic, why shouldn't you be told that you're doing well? Why shouldn't you be told that you're worth something? Too long we thought we were worthless. So, you know, I come back to the lady and I'm talking about these things that I wanted to do with my company. And, you know, I speak to her the week later and she's got all this information for me. She's taken it all down. She's written it all down, because I don't do notes, because I'm an absolute crazy mind running at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Yes, Shelley, you will pull your face, as you know. You know, and I do run at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And she's taken all these notes down and she's actually drawn out like a mind map of my idea, and it's made it more tangible for me to actually go and do it now. And I'm like, wow, you know, there are things that I need to look at, that I need to see about funding, if there's some funding available through HMRC to be able to reskill and re-enable people, to be able to bring them through the system and to you know, to get them back into education, to make them feel better about themselves. And all these things are come from doing this leadership course, this little course, leadership, that I thought, well, you know, what am I going to learn from that? Because, you know, I've got my stuff going on, but I'm learning so much. Just yesterday, we started our intermediate level yesterday. So we do a foundation and intermediate, and I believe we're going to do an advanced. And, you know, we were doing about like team leaders and management and things like that, and what makes a good manager and what makes a bad manager, you know, and it just highlights so many areas of, you know, what people, what employees and what staff need, and what they don't get sometimes as well from their managers, you know, whether you're a good manager or you're a bad manager, you know. So I'm getting so much out of the leadership. I'm just looking at see if there's any more comments for you guys. So I'm sorry to have butted in there, but it's brilliant. I love the leadership. I love Red Rose Recovery. I love the Lancashire User Forum. And if you're struggling, don't forget to just get online, www.redroserecovery.org.uk. Refer yourself, refer a friend if you're worried about somebody. You know, we're here to help. And also, I just want a big shout out to Jollies and Co, Bath Body, and Home Fragrance. I've written it down wrong. See, I don't do notes. So that's Jollies and Co, Bath Body and Home Fragrance. They're the guys that have donated so kindly the prizes that are up for grabs tonight. So back to you, Shelley.
Thank you for that, Peter. Just before I let you like have another breather. Would you consider becoming a mentor for other people in the future?
Who, me?
You.
Yeah, you know, it'd be an honour to do that, I think. Well, I don't think, yeah, it would be an honour, you know, to be able to help people and give them some empowerment and that. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, you're definitely progressing. Let's keep it up. Let's keep up the amazing work. As you say, you've just started the intermediate. You're going to be through it in no time. On that note, I do just want to a big shout out to all the people that have just finished their foundation. You know who you are, boys. You know, guys and gals, there's loads of you. I have printed out so many certificates for both the weekly standard and for the compact. I couldn't be more proud. Keep it up. Stay strong. Okay. Another shout out to Emily, please. I know you're not feeling very well today, darling. We do miss you. I hope you're feeling better soon. Sending much love. Okay, so just to reiterate, there are 2 prizes this evening. There is one that is all Smelly's wax melts, and there is a body set. So shower steamers. I noticed that Chris asked whether or not he could use the bath bombs in the shower. Please don't go into the sea. You might not get them back. But the steam packets, they are absolutely sensational. If anybody has ever used wax melts or Smellies before, whatever you've had, they are awful in comparison to these things. These products are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, that is a safe addiction that you can go towards. Okay, so hopefully we should start having some results. You can text or WhatsApp your answers in. The number again is 07892717928. Okay, the lines for this competition will be closed in just over 20 minutes. So if you want to be in with a chance to win, please start sending in messages. Okay, so do you want to have a look to see if we've got any more comments there, Peter?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Chris Rowlands, Willie, I'm in awe of you. You are valued, my friend. I texted my answer 5 minutes ago, Chris Rowlands. Ooh, wonder what he managed to concoct with that then. Liam Whittle, your phone's about to shake itself to bits, I reckon. All right, yeah, with the vibrations and things like that. That's cool. Leanne, thank you so much. I think Peter would be ace at that. He's helped me so much and given me lots of amazing opportunities. Amazing man. Should be proud of himself. Thank you so much, Leanne. That's so humbling and nice. I don't do compliments very well, so thank you very much. Yeah, Liam, I was put on the spot a little bit, but you know, that's what we're about. You know, we've got to be able to just improvise, adapt and overcome. That's a very important thing, you know. Being in hospital 25 years, LUF brought me to them. It's given me proper love, respect and confidence. I've moved on, still struggling. Send love to you all. And the LUF is out there for you. And so Red Rose Recovery, guys. www.redroserecovery.org.uk. Don't forget if you're struggling.
Thank you very much for that, Peter. We've just had a quick check-in, and so far we've not had the correct word. So to make it a little bit easier, it ends with an N. It starts with an I. That's all the clues you're gonna get. Although if you were listening to Michael Perry, I think he might have given it away. I don't know if that was intentional or not. There, Adam, love you lots. Thank you for dialing in tonight. There are 11 letters, okay? All 5 of the gents have got 2 letters and I've got the one here. There's 11 letters in total.
Shelley, should we just put the screen on again so everyone can see? People are
Let's
asking
give
if
it
we can,
another whirl.
yeah, people are
Sounds
asking
good.
if they can see them.
Get your pens, get your paper, start scribbling to work out what your word could be. You must have some anagrams. Now remember, Peter is holding the first letter and the last letter. Okay.
Oh.
Don't know if you want to screenshot while we've got it on the screen this way. Do you know what, Glenn? I just want to call you Magnum.
Isn't it? Magnum PI.
I'm glad somebody got that. We need, right, the people that are texting my personal number, you are not going to be entered, okay? You need to message this number. You need to message this number. It's not even with me right now. The phone is with somebody else, okay? Shh. Got the dog wanting to join in. I do apologise, people. Okay?
Shelley, people are asking what your letter is.
Who's mine?
Yeah, because it looks like a polo.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, yes, it does.
It's behind you. Okie dokie. So, Brad, I know that you've come on board as a trainer and you've gone through leadership. Would you go through and become a mentor?
I think I'll, like Peter said there then a minute ago, I think it'd be an absolute honour to be able to give back in that sense, what I've been passed down to me. I think it's quite important that it's not ours to keep. I think it's we're carrying the message, aren't we? And we need to pass that message down to those who you know are willing to take it on board. So yeah, it'd be an absolute honour to be able to do that, Shelley. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing you all as mentors, because ultimately when we started this program, it was all about breaking down stigma. Okay, not just the stigma of recovery of addiction, but also the stigma of civil servants. Okay, because not everybody that's on the streets is worthless. None of them are worthless. You just have to scratch a little bit, like that diamond. Okay, but equally, civil servants are not born with silver spoons in their mouths. Okay, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, different options, different opportunities. Michael Perry, you yourself, I think a prime example, because you mentioned when you were giving your brief earlier, how you've had a period or a couple of periods of being homeless yourself, and you could quite easily have ended up on a very different path.
No, I totally agree. I thank everybody and myself for not going down that, because it could have been so easy. When you're homeless, just to drown your sorrows in whatever manner and then get stuck in a bad cycle. So luckily enough, that never happened. I would love to know why. I think partially down to my own resolve. But I haven't really sort of looked at the whole period. But no, exactly. Believe me, I certainly didn't grow up with no silver spoon. I grew up on council estates, and then I was in the northeast. There wasn't many jobs when I left school. It was all shipyards, and they'd all just gone closed and bankrupt. So no, very far from it. And as I said earlier, been homeless twice. It's the good times and bad times, just like most people, I suppose. Been through some good periods, been through some bad periods. It's just like other people have said. You're just constantly learning through life, and it's every time. In the more recent days when I've accepted help, my life's been a lot better, and I'm only too happy to give help back to other people.
Absolutely. That's absolutely brilliant to hear, Michael. Anybody that knows me will know that I'm all about the motivational quotes. I'm all about that little bit that's in your ear. I think the guys that are on the foundation, that have just finished the Foundation Compact course, one of my favourite sayings is, we're all like a glow stick. Because sometimes you've just got to snap before you can shine. Now, I love that, because it's it's apparent to everybody. It supports everybody in terms of nobody's perfect. Nobody gets through life without a stumbling block. Nobody gets out of it alive. Okay. So please, 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 if you're wanting to be in with a chance to enter for those products this evening, please text the number again. If you've not got credit and you want to WhatsApp, feel free to do so. The number is 07892 717 928. I notice again there's been another question about how you sign up for the leadership course. Again, if you're already a member with Red Rose Recovery, then just speak to one of the team. If you're not, then get over to the website redroserecovery.org.uk, become a member. Somebody will be in contact with you and will get you on that leadership course. Okay. If you're wanting the mentor, we will get you on the weekly course. If you're wanting a short, sharp shock, then I'm afraid you've got to put up with me and my incredible training team. Okay, I cannot shout out enough how proud I am of each and every one of you. I can see there's a few names that have logged in tonight of people that have already completed the course way back when. I can't be more proud of you. You are proving that stigma can be beaten. We're in it together and we are doing that. Okay. Pete, have we got any other comments that I've missed?
Yeah, you know, again, someone just saying, how do we sign, guys? You touched that one, that's great. Nice one, Tommy. Get yourself signed up for the leadership course. Adrian Laughlin, 100%. All the best, Pete. Leanne Moore sent a word. Oh, I hope you got it right, girl. Go on. Well done. Just having a quick look in there. Nicola Hambleton. Oh. I think someone's let the cat out of the bag there. Yeah, and just, you know, just like Shelley was saying before, you know, about scratching the surface, you know, just remember, guys, that every single one of us is unique in our own way, and not one of us is a mistake. It took a very special moment for us to actually become human and get onto this planet, and we've all got purpose. Some of us might not have realized what our potential is yet and what our purpose is, but everybody is here for a reason. We were chosen and made in God's image, and after he made that image of us, he broke that mold so we can never ever be repeated again. So we're all individuals and we've all got a point and a purpose. Some of us just haven't realized what it is yet. Some of us need a little bit of nurturing. Some of us need that love to be able to find out what that purpose is. And you'll get that with us. You'll get that with Red Rose Recovery. You'll get that with the Lancashire User Forum. And you'll get that when you empower yourself and pick that bloody phone up and make that referral and get involved. Back to you, Shell.
Brilliant. And I think I love your energy, Peter. I really do. And I've said this to you time and time again, and I want to say it quite publicly. You are born for that role, bro. You really are born for that role. Can I just point out, Nicola is one of our mentors, and clearly she needs to learn how to follow instructions. So if anybody wants to mentor Nicola on that, please get in touch. We'll buddy you up. So we would ordinarily have, we are running a little bit ahead this evening. I don't really want to close the competition just yet. So if you haven't already, give us a like and give us a share. Yeah, we need to make sure that the word is out there. We need to make sure that people know where to come for support. Okay. I'm just going to do a very quick check-in to see how many entrants we have got. Michael Taylor Moore, do you want to give us a little bit of an overview as to where you're at now? Because you've been taken off the standard leadership, haven't you, and put into the compact. Do you want to give us a bit of a background on that one?
Yeah, coming through the standard and putting onto the compact has really helped me in ways I'm still learning, I'll be honest. I used to sit in the background. I used to be very quiet, never used to speak up. I used to think I was always worth less, you know. And coming through the compact has taught me about myself. Part of it isn't just about what boundaries we have and why boundaries are there, why do we set boundaries in place, and can they be taught? It's also other things in life, like learning about yourself. What type of person are you? It will teach you a little bit about yourself. Once you understand what values you got and why you're good at things, you can put that into everyday life. So it will teach you how to have the advantage of what you're trying to do. So if you understand yourself a little bit more inside, you can start to put into practical in life. It's really helped me to boost my confidence, speak to others, learn a little bit more about myself, and know that I'm not alone anymore. You know, to be honest, I wouldn't have sat here a few weeks ago speaking up in front of public people without help from Shelley or Michael or Brad or any of the others in this group. I've got a lot from this, and you know, just what we've got to do is get involved. At first, I might sit in the background, but then I want to become engaging. I want to become part of it. I want to help others, and the leadership program has everything that builds life skills for you. If you lack confidence, if you lack understanding what it is you're good at, little bits and pieces and stuff like that, you know, that's where it all starts. You know, now I think from the compact and the intermediate level, I've got the paper in front of me for that right now, actually. It's fantastic, you know. I'm making notes on the back, so I learn every day from this. I absolutely love it. I had a little experience last week. I got took along to some face-to-face lessons to sit there in the background and experience what it's like coming from a different angle. Instead of just sitting there as a pupil, I was able to go along and experience what it's like to teach others and see how that's projected over to the class. It really changed my view on how good this program really is. I actually see people coming through the program, gaining certificates, standing there taking photographs of their certificates like this, proud of what they've done. And it's made me feel really proud to be part of it. I can't promote this leadership program any more than the guys in here have done today. It doesn't matter where you come from in life. I never thought it'd ever amount to much a few years ago, but today I feel really proud. And I'm going to continue this program one step after another. Every day I'm going to build that little bit more confidence in coming out in myself. And I suggest you do too. So if you don't know how to get involved because it's one of the best things I've ever done.
Hey guys, thank you, Michael. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how you actually deliver the leadership yourself, because as you say, you've not only you're doing the learning from the later intakes, but at the same time you're learning how to be a facilitator and how to project and how to read the room.
Yeah,
because that is a key thing, isn't it? Is interpersonal skills and knowing who your audience are and just being able to suss out what people might be thinking.
Absolutely. It's nice to have a different mix of skills as well from different people. Absolutely.
And we are getting different people every week, aren't we, for the standard? I think now's a great time to actually a big shout out to Sham, to Donna, to Ayub, to who else have we had delivering training, Peter? Remind me in this last cohort. To Jack and Ellie, who are leading for the civil servants, and you're doing an amazing job. Great shout out. Okay, so we've got another 2 or 3 minutes to go before we draw the competition.
I'll do some comments while we do that, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Stuart Watson, he sent one in. He sent his in. Chris Rowland sent my word before Big Mouth posted it out. I don't know what that means. Liam Whittle, boom, wild card. Not quite sure what that means. Come on, bro, preach. From Tommy Quick Talk Riley. Nicola Hambleton, she puts, thanks very much, Shell. She couldn't see the number before. Keep sharing, guys. Guys, also, Chris Rowlands is smashing it out in the comments tonight. There is a survey on there's a link on the Facebook page, I believe. HTTPS bit, you know, that's that one there. It's in blue. Click on that, fill it in. It's very important we get as many replies to that survey back as we can. You know, that's really important. Leanne Moore, I'm far too excited over this competition. Funny face, funny face. What an uplifting and amazing motivational show tonight. I feel geared up and ready to help the world and grow and learn to be a better person. Thank you. I have a lot of love for you, Liam Whittle. Not me personally, this is his comment. Liam Whittle, I have a lot of love for you, man. And I'm glad you're finding that love for yourself too. Leanne Morton, all right. Michael Moore, you are a credit, pal. Fantastic energy. Great geezer. That was from Pete Yarwood. Pete Yarwood, Liam, we want you on our team. Top photographer. I'd be interested in meeting you if you're a photographer, mate, because I love photographs. Liam Whittle, sorry for being a big mouth. Shine bright, Liam. Sign up with Shelley and get on the leadership. Back to you.
Hey ho, we're back. Just a quick one. As you are possibly aware, we take turns on the Lancashire User Forum, and my next setting is in September sometime. Now, I am all for a giveaway. So if there is something that you would like to see us giving away, please, please get in touch and let me know. One of my favourite things, as we've already gathered, is flavours. Hence this evening's choice of smellies. Okay.
Flavors? Did you say
flavors? Flavors of smells, flavors of tastes. It's all the same. Okay. Personally, I'm all about the coffee. I'm thinking a coffee hamper, maybe. What about you guys? Come on.
I like cruises. If you can squeeze a cruise out of them, that would be great.
Coffee sounded good.
A cruise? You might get a Tom Cruise DVD, maybe.
Hey, you know.
Days of Thunder, do you all right?
Oh, one of the best films that Tom Cruise has ever done.
Michael, Brad, come on. What are your contributions? Glenn, what would you like to see being given away?
A bonsai tree.
A bonsai tree. Well, do you know what? I've got just the contact here. I know somebody that's growing a plethora of bonsai trees. I think there's about 5 on the way. It could be a few years because I understand that they're very, very tiny. I'm having a note slipped to me for potential giveaway options as well.
Yeah,
I do like to keep hold of my contacts.
Chris Rowland says a new Range Rover. Liam Whittle says, how about a Lamborghini? Yeah, you know, guys, we can dream. Nah.
A meet and greet. Absolutely. We can arrange that. We can bring you on board for a day and see the life of Red Rose, if you like.
A day in the life.
That'd be a great opportunity for someone.
Do you know what? Worst case scenario, boo-boo prize. They can follow me around doing training. Get you involved.
Leanne Moore's just popped a good one on there. She said, I think you guys give enough away. Your time and your effort is incredible, and I'm so grateful to have met you all. Thanks so much.
Oh, Leanne. God bless you. God bless. Right, I believe it has just made it to 18:30. Have we got any more answers that have come in? Lady in the background. We're getting a no. It looks like we've got all the answers. So please, please, if you've not already submitted, stop. We're about to do the draw. Do we have a drum roll? You need to take yourself off mute to do it. Louder? Nope, not getting it. Right, in that case then, can I have an anonymous hand, please? From down on the floor. Okay, the first prize is this was not fixed. Nicola Hambleton, you have won one of the prizes. Could you please message and let us know whether you want the smelly waxes or whether you want the body care products, please? And we will get that shipped out to you straight away. I'll pass those details on to the lovely Laura. For the second one, drum roll, please. The second one, I don't know if you can see, it is Mr. Stuart Watson. Well done, Nicola. Well done, Stuart. Nicola, no way is not an answer. I need to know which prize you want as you've drawn first. Just waiting on the response. Stuart, assuming your data is up to date on our records, I will get that posted out to you first thing. It'll be first thing tomorrow. Because yes, it's Sunday, but Laura's lovely like that. No, Nicola's just not responding. Or even better, Nicola, she's letting Stuart decide. Which one would you prefer, my friend? Stuart, because you've said you've no bath, would you like the wax melts? Oh, God bless. These are absolutely sensational, can I just say? I've got the mango and passion fruit on the go here this evening. Right, we will sort this out. Just in the interests, don't know what it is, but yes, please, absolutely. They're little, they look like wax and you put them in, I'll show you, in one of these little things, as provided by Laura.
Wow.
You put a candle in the bottom, wax in the top, and it melts. And if you're cheeky or a bit cheap like me and you don't want to keep washing it out, put your wax into an empty tea light, because then you can keep swapping the flavors.
Not only recovery, guys, but life hacks as well.
We love a good life hack.
We love a good life hack.
We do. We do. Right. In that case, then, oh, there you go, Nicola. You're familiar with the wax melts as well. So, Nicola, we're going to get the smelly bath stuff over to you very shortly. We don't mean that you smell. And Stuart, we're going to get the wax melts over to you, my friend. Okay. Thank you very, very much indeed. And what I would like to just say is, for anyone at this point that feels that they need it, we are here for you. Okay. Red Rose is here for you. The Lancashire User Forum, it's here for you. Okay. I believe in you.
And I believe in you.
And I believe in all of you.
Do you know what? We believe in you. We could have practiced, but yeah, that worked all right.
Good night. God bless.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody. And thank you so much for your time this evening. We will see you again next week, live at 5.
Brilliant.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
God bless everybody. Stay safe. See you later.
Take care, everybody. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Sweet
much.
dreams.